I've been keeping an eye on this situation in Ferguson, Missouri, just to see kind of how it's going to play out. And I went into a channeling today with the Pleiadians talking about what was going on and the situation and the decision for the grand jury in Ferguson, Missouri not to prosecute. And I just wanted to remind everybody to stay calm. Let's stay cool, star babies. We got this, okay? This is all part of the plan. All these things are unraveling, and it's funny how the center stage is taking place here in the United States, because the great Barbara Marciniak talked about this in Bringers of the Dawn, about America being the forefront for all this information and for all the greatness, yet at the same time we had this dark side to us that it needs to be rectified. And I just wanted to remind everybody, don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. I know when I was younger, I was looking for a protest, looking for something to get caught up in, the hype, all that. The fact of the matter is, this stuff is all playing itself out for a reason, and we just need to stay calm. I know there was another police report that came out about a 12-year-old in Cleveland, Ohio, in the United States here, that was waving a pellet gun, and he was shot and killed apparently by a rookie police officer. And keep in mind, I don't really watch the news a lot, but I was talking with my dad today, and and then I was looking a little bit more into this information, and 25 people in Ferguson, Missouri, 25 business owners had their stores looted and basically, ruined. But the thing about it is, it doesn't matter what side you stand on this, whether you're for the cop or you're for the person that was involved, that was shot or killed, and his family. You don't know the situation. You weren't there. You don't have any idea. And I find that most people that I talk to that would even get passionate about this and get pissed off, all they're looking to do is start drama and get caught up in some game. But the reality of it is, this is all part of the plan. It's an awakening process, and hopefully what will come through all of this is people coming together more and more. I know that after the Trayvon Martin case, the media, the Illuminati, the government of the United States was expecting to start a race war, and a race war party, which nobody showed up to, which was a good thing. So I remind everybody to please stay calm. Please stay vigilant, and don't get caught up in the BS, okay? These were two people coming from both different paths. The police officer thought he needed to do what he needed to do, and the person involved with this that was shot, the young man that was shot with this, maybe these things wouldn't happen if we'd get real with each other about a society, okay? If we'd really, really, really start getting real with each other. There's no reason we could start at the basis of this. There's no reason why a young man who felt that he needed some money or needed some alcohol or needed whatever he needed, there's no reason that he would ever should need to rob a store, because these things should be provided for him if these were things that he needed. We need to stop being such a greedy society and stop playing this us against them thing, because this is the bottom line, people. Whether it's the police officer in this case, whether it's the police officer in the Trayvon Martin case, whether it's Trayvon Martin, whether it's the young man that was shot in this case in Ferguson, Missouri, we are all one. All these people are reflections of you. These are all people that are in you. So quit playing this us against them thing, and let's start getting real about this and start understanding that, we do need to all come together as one, right? And the thing about it is quit judging. We are not in that situation. You have no idea. I've grown up around gangs and around bad situations like that, and I've grown around great cops, and I've grown up around cops that profile and harass. So all these tendencies are all within us. Okay, the provoker, the starter, the finisher, these are all situations, and these are all emotions that we all have within us, and we need to come to really hard grips with that, okay? So I just kind of have to laugh when somebody posts something in the Starseed groups about Ferguson, Missouri, and oh, boo hoo hoo. Well, boo hoo hoo. I was around in '91 for the LA riots. Okay, that was a situation that needed to happen. Okay, that was a situation where you really truly had some nasty, terrible, bad piece of shit Los Angeles cops and a piece of shit Los Angeles police chief like Daryl Gates who incited that whole thing. Okay, but on the other hand, right on the other hand, my brothers and sisters, my blood crip brothers and sisters that started that thing down there, you know, okay, it may have done some good in the overallness of this whole society, but then I kind of have to wonder, well, if you really wanted to make a point, why didn't you take it to the affluent neighborhoods like Hollywood, like Orange County, like the, Beverly Hills, things like that, the Hollywood Hills? You wonder about that. And what we find out at the end of the day is that this is all ridiculous. We need to get over this. Okay, we need to get over these race issues. It is not even a race issue. I mean, to be honest with you, if that guy was a white guy coming at that police officer, and I've been a reserve police officer before, I don't care what color he was in that scared situation. I would have popped 12 caps right in that guy and left his body cold, because I'm going home at the end of the day to be with my family, and I don't give a shit what color you are. And on the other hand, okay, you see time and time again where these police officers around the country, these white police officers, will provoke something like this. Okay, and out of either ignorance or fear, they will start some shit. And that comes because it's not their fault, it's not the victim's fault, it's the fault of the people in our society that have raised these people, our society that has taught them in the schools. I mean, it's just like with the drug war in the 1980s. Give the kids half the truth, tell them just to say no, and that should be good enough, or tell them not to just do this or do that. These people, they get so caught up in wanting to promote this stuff and talk about it. And I appreciate some of the people that bring these issues to the forefront, but all the inner vibe that I get from anybody that ever talks about this stuff, right, is I get the vibration that really all they want to do is start a bunch of drama. They love the fact that, oh, something's coming to a head. Something big is coming to a big head. Oh, geez. Oh, look at this shit going on. Well, now you've got what you want. And the reality of it is, if we get riots going on in all the major cities in the United States, it comes to a head, and maybe this was a part of the plan, but don't feed into it. Don't sit there and act like it's cool, because it's not. But on the other hand, these are things that really need to happen to change the way we think as a society. Okay, we really need to get over this with each other. In America, let me tell you something, fellow American Starseeds, because I'm one of them, and I don't believe in borders, or I don't believe in anything that. But if you want to get in the true good part of the spirit, I'm red, white, and blue till the day that I disincarnate. Okay, so the thing about it is, let's show our moxie, let's show our toughness, let's show our strength, and let's ignore this shit. Okay, let's ignore it and act like it doesn't happen, which we really should. And at the same time, people that want to talk about it, please try to just explain to them that's all part of the plan. This is how it's all going to boil down, and this is how it's going to work out, and this is how it's going to play out. You can't blame Obama. I mean, get over yourself with blaming Obama and blaming Eric Holder and blaming people like this. If where was your punk ass when George W. Bush was starting all the shit he did, started 9/11 and all that? So I mean, if you really wanted to show some emotion after a leader, I mean, your time is come and gone. I mean, Obama is as irrelevant as anything. He's a guy who's waiting 2 years to retire, and that's it. That's it. And then we go on, and then there's us. And then there's us. So anybody that blames Obama's part of this big conspiracy. Oh, he's part of this. He's part of that. Well, okay. Well, in 2 years, he's going to be an afterthought. Okay, and he really is now, because there's nothing more he can do and will do. He's done, and he really hasn't done nothing bad, nor has he done nothing good. It's just another U.S. president, like a Jimmy Carter or somebody that didn't do shit yet. He's not quite the murderer and the assassin that Ronald Reagan and say George W. Bush and say, you know, anybody of that ilk would be. But you've got a one-party system in this country, in the United States, that has controlled us for 150 years. Okay, and it's not, it's all backed by the same party. You've got a Republican Party who the Republican side of the House, who fakes like, oh, they're into religion, they're in family values, they're into Christ, they're into all that, when the reality of it is their agenda is completely the opposite of that. Then you got the Democratic, the liberal side of things, which I used to be, that will say shit like, oh, we're for the environment, but all they really are is for lawyers that put in all these bullshit laws and handcuff us. And also, in reality, see, the thing with, and I'll go there, and I really will go there with minorities in the United States. Okay, you've got the Republican who plays this game like, oh yeah, boy, isn't that great? And then making their way up and doing all that, and yet their undertones are completely anti-minority, completely. And then you got the Democratic side. They need that too, because they need for the minority. They need for the minorities in the United States. They need for them to be down, because they need that vote. Oh boy, we're really gonna help your cause, whether you're Hispanic, you're African American, you're whatever, you're Native American, whatever, you know. And it's funny, it's always a minority of a dark skin, right? It's never anybody from Scandinavia or England or anybody else that comes here. It's always it's a racial issue, because we have, I don't know, because of our human stupidity, we have eyes, and anybody of a different color must be different than us when, you know, they bleed the same color we do. So I look at it like this. Okay, you've got the Democratic Liberal Party. They want to keep the minorities down because they need that vote. They need that, oh, well, we're getting you there. We're getting you there. We're getting you there. We'll throw you a bone here and there, and we'll get you there. And you got the Republican Party spouting, you know, their bullshit. But at the end of the day, it's one party. So what we need to realize is that we are all one. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, green, purple, tie-dyed, whatever. I mean, for people to get an outrage, or what's going to happen now, what's going to happen next, well, that's up to you. Be proactive and talk about it. Don't sit there and go, oh my God, the world's coming to an end, and oh my God, this is what it is, and this is the end of it all, and oh, well, this is going to make the extraterrestrials come. The Pleiadians, really, they just kind of sit back and with a tear in their eye at the same time, but laugh because of how stupid we are, and realizing that it's all part of a game, though, at the same time. We just really need to get it together, and I just want everybody to remain cool and stay vigilant. It's all part of the plan. The moment that you get hung up in one of these political issues, you're falling right into the dark hands. You're falling right into their MO, their modus apparatus. You're falling right into that, because they want you to be deceived, thinking there's a difference between two political parties that have always been one. And I know that, you know, for Starseeds, I'm not telling anybody something that they already didn't know, right? I mean, I realize that you guys all get this and everything, but there's a lot of, I think most of our families are still stuck, right? They're still stuck in that illusion of believing there's some kind of separation, or, oh God, look at this, oh Jesus Christ, look at Rodney King, look at this guy that got killed, look at Trayvon Martin, look at that cop, look at that racist cop, look at that guy who, you know, gee, you don't know. First of all, the funny thing is, you don't know. We weren't there. You weren't in that situation. You weren't there, so you have no idea. Because I've been on. Fuck, let me tell you something right now. I've been on both sides. Okay, I've been a gangbanger, right, that has been harassed and profiled by police. I've been a reserve police officer that's on the other side of the foot, where, you know, you're being harassed and you're dealing with somebody irrational, yet you've got all these things to keep in mind in your head, like, okay, well, what am I going to do? What will be the effect of that? And then, because of society's pressures, you know, you've got to sit there and assess and calculate, well, what are going to be the ramifications of trying to even save my life here because this person was that color or this color. And in the reality, it doesn't fucking matter. We're just getting hung up on this bullshit, and we need to knock it off. Quit watching the news. but yet be aware of what's going on. Okay, there's plenty of resources out there. Quit watching the news, quit watching the bullshit, quit, oh god, this thing in Ferguson is the worst thing that could ever happen, and oh my god, look at it, it's just the end of all. And you know what, it could be. I really believe it's the start of our awakening as far as raising the consciousness of people, but at the same time, don't get hung up on any bullshit that you may hear on Fox News or CB or CNN or the CBC or the BBC or whatever it is, whatever television station you're watching. First of all, that's your first clue that you're not doing the right thing, is by watching any kind of bullshit news. Okay, I can't handle it, first of all, but I had to get involved and I had to say something on this because this is all part of the awakening. Okay, this is awakening our consciousness to this. Okay, America is the stage, and Americans Starseeds, we really need to just stay calm and stay vigilant. And I love you all. And I'm sorry for going on my rant, but I had to come on and I had to say this. Please just stay cool, babies. Stay cool, star babies. I love you all. Okay, this will pass. All right. Oh, yeah, it's a damn shame what happened to the family and what happened to whatever, this and that, the store owners. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it is. But that's their thing. That's their issue. That was part of their agreement. And we just need to stay calm and stay cool and get through this. All right. There's no reason to get up. There's no reason to get upset. There's no reason to, oh, well, point the finger. The moment you ever find yourself pointing the finger at somebody, right? The moment you ever find yourself pointing a finger at anybody but yourself, you might as well, you really need to go and evaluate yourself and evaluate who you are. Because no problem that you have ever had in your life, right? No issue. I don't care if the National Guard came in and ransacked your city or your village or your neighborhood. No problem that you have ever had is anybody's but your own. It's not Bush's. It's not Obama's. It's not Putin's. It's not it's not Sharon's. It's not Akmavision. It's not the guy in North Korea, Egg Foo Young, or whatever the hell his name is, Kim Jong Il. It's not any of these people's problems. Okay, it's your problem inside. It's your awakening. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Okay, and this is all part of the process. So let's just stay cool and let's remind our family to stay cool. And the moment they start talking about this shit in Ferguson, Missouri, I mean, just shut it down. Okay, shut it down. Yeah, you can blame Obama. Okay, well, I mean, if you want to go that 3D route, anything that Obama ever could do, I mean, I don't care what the guy did from the time now that he was out of office. There's nothing that he could do to compare to the last regime we had here in the White House. And the ironic thing at the end of the day is, right, they're all related. They're all on a bloodline. Yes, that's true. Don't get hung up on the fact that they're all related on a bloodline. Okay, it's bigger than that. Okay, you had two brothers killed in the 60s, JFK and RFK, because they were ready to completely expose their own bloodline and completely just let it all hang out. So they were murdered, okay, for the cause. So you can't blame any of these people in particular for being part of that bloodline, because some of them wanted to try to do good. So I just wanted to wish much calm, much vigilance, and for everybody to stay cool out there. I love you. Peace. And just take everything that's going on seriously, but take it with a grain of salt. Don't make more of it than it is, because really it's just a bunch of bullshit and just an illusionary head game. And the people that did lose their businesses in Missouri, and I mean, you can be empathetic. Don't be sympathetic, but be empathetic. This is all part of the thing. I mean, they could have gotten together themselves and forced the governor to listen to them and done all that, and they didn't. They got complacent themselves. Okay, I'm not saying they deserved it, and yeah, the governor and the politicians should be completely held accountable, but the people really should be more held accountable for being complacent and stupid and not aware of what was going on and not thinking that somebody would take care of them. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to rescue you. If you want to find the extraterrestrials that are coming to save you, go look in the mirror. It's you. Guess what? It's you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But I just wanted to remind everybody to be cool, be calm, stay steadfast. Um, Never have any judgment. I don't care if you're talking to Charles Manson, if you're talking to Mother Teresa, have no judgment, because understand, with your all-knowingness, you could be talking to both and all points in between. And the fact is your soul, you have been both those people. You have been both those people. You've been a child molester, a rapist. You've been a murderer. You've been the loving savior of the world and somebody that would do everything. You are all points in between, okay? We are all one. And don't get caught up in any bullshit. All right? Much love. Thank you.